Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins. Before it all began, we lived a peaceful life. My father was a blacksmith, and I would one day take over his trade. Unfortunately, the town where we lived was where the king's silver was mined. And that was exactly what Sigismund was after. That, and to show what would happen to anyone who dared to oppose him. And that day I lost everything. Family, home, honor. The time has come to take it all back.
Fellow Spartans, how you doing, and welcome to the return of Kingdom Come Deliverance. Now, it has been a while since I've uploaded any videos of this game to the channel, but I'm back with it now as it has had a pretty big update with the beta version being released last week. So yeah, some really nice additions have been placed into the game, which we'll explore as we play through it with its progression from alpha to beta. And if you are new to my channel and don't know anything about this game or haven't seen any of my previous videos on it, then basically it is an upcoming RPG game developed by Warhorse Studios. It is set in the medieval kingdom of Bohemia, a electorate of the Holy Roman Empire, with a focus on historically accurate and realistic content, and it is due for release at some point this year in 2016. And I really do love this game. I cannot tell you how much I'm excited for it because of the promise that I think it's got. So really pleased to see so much has been updated to it, and great to be back playing it today. And if you guys, if you haven't already, want to get your hands on the beta, then you can do so by going over to their Kickstarter page, which I've linked down below in the description, and then back the game. And all the details of how to do this will be on the website. So as I say, a lot of changes to the game which we'll take a look at as we play. So let's explore, let's enjoy it, let's have an adventure and see what craziness we can get up to today. So let's start a new game, and as you can see here, we're now sort of, the beta has given us the choice of how we can develop our character. or what our character is like at this present moment in time when we start the beta. So it says here, our beta begins midway through the actual game. In the preceding part, your character would have evolved in a certain manner depending on your playing style. From the options, choose the one corresponding to how you would have played the game so far, and we shall try to adjust Henry accordingly. So we've got Jack of all traits, talk is good, but sometimes sword talks louder than words. We've got Diplomat, Silver Tongue and Stealth are the preferred way of dealing with the hostile world. Or we've got Squire, Strong Arm and Sharp Sword are the best means of solving any problem. I'm probably going to go for Diplomat because I do know that a lot of this game involves investigation, talking to people, trying to get things out of certain individuals, you know, trying to get them to tell the truth, etc. So I'm going to go for Diplomat with this one, and hopefully that will, you know, benefit us and aid us in this playthrough today. So let's select it and enjoy the cutscene. Previously on Kingdom Come Deliverance. Sounds like Game of Thrones, doesn't it? Previously on Game of Thrones.
Turmoil ruled the land, and our province was no exception. We were overrun by bandits and marauders, and the roads were no longer safe. The most terrible massacre happened at the stud farm in Neuhof, which was raided and torched, and all the horses slaughtered. My liege lord sent his men, led by Sir Robert of Talmberg, to track down the killers and to bring them to justice. I rode with them, but the investigation has been slow and difficult. Whenever I came across some trace of the bandits, someone erased it in the cruelest way imaginable. In the end, though, I got one step ahead of the enemy. I found out one of the bandits was still alive and hiding near Talmberg. But before I set out to track him down, I had to report to Sir Robert.
Faster! In a real fight, you'd be dead already.
Sir.
Ah, Henry. Carry on. Well, lad, have you made any progress with the investigation?
Yes, sir. I think I have at last.
So you've found someone who isn't gutted and nailed to a wall?
It wasn't easy, sir, but I believe I have. I have information about one of the bandits who did it. He's even hiding in a village nearby.
God's blood. It's true the darkest shade is beneath the candlestick. Who is he?
I only know that they call him Riki, and he's from here in Talmberg.
That's it?
You wouldn't believe how much effort it took me to find that out. But I think it's enough to go on.
But what if he's dead too?
I think we'd already know if he was. These fellows are not given to subtlety.
True enough. We haven't found any more mutilated corpses. Well, get on with it then. And when you find him, come and see me. Most likely I'll be in the encampment by Merhoed.
You can rely on me, sir. Farewell.
And be careful, Henry. I know what that rabble did to you, but remember with whom you're dealing. Don't start any foolhardiness on your own. Understood?
I'll try not to, sir.
Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on Kingdom Come Deliverance, and boy, it feels good to be so. and it hasn't changed. It looks as gorgeous as it did before. You cannot take that away from this game. It looks absolutely glorious. I feel the optimization has dropped a little bit from the previous builds we had in alpha to this and beta. Obviously, as I said to you before, there's a lot more that's been added into the build now, so you can understand that's going to put a lot more pressure on your CPU and your GPU. But yeah, optimization definitely needs to be worked on, I think, before the final game comes out. You saw that. You can see it now, actually, the textures popping in the background over there. Textures as well on the cutscene were coming in and out all the time on the castle. Also, the frames were a little bit up and down. You can see in the top left corner there, the frame rate is at about 30, low 30s consistently at the moment. I'm running a GTX 770. Hopefully I'm going to go to a 980 Ti in the next month, which will hopefully improve a lot of things in a number of my games I've got. So you'll probably see some improvement with this as well. But yeah, for the moment I've got everything on high settings. But yeah, I think the optimization could be worked on a lot before the game is released. And also the lip syncing I thought was a little bit, especially with Sir Roland there. His facial expressions were a bit crazy at points. But yeah, as I say, I'm sure they'll be working on this, on all those sort of things as they progress through the beta, because this is the first build of the beta. I'm sure we'll have lots of these builds throughout the next few months, like we did with the alphas. So let's start this quest. So we'll have a look at our map. Actually, not our map. We'll have a look at our... Well, you can call your horse again anytime pressing X. Where we know that you can store additional items in your horse's saddlebags. That's good. Take care of your horse, so do not drown them, essentially. But yeah, we'll go into our character panel, and this is being improved. Looting is now a lot more apparent in this build. You can loot off dead bodies. There's combat in this version as well. You could have combat in the previous build, in the alpha version, but it's only like in a trained arena sort of style combat. But now you can actually have full on to the death combat, and you can loot the dead bodies, which is pretty good. So you'll see that hopefully in a little bit. So you can see this is all our items at the moment. If we hover over the player here, we can look at their skills. So that's become more apparent now. Each individual stat has got its level to it now, and we can increase those stats as we play through this beta. Horse, they've got stats. The horse has got stats as well, and the saddle. So you can see we can store, as it said before, some goods in there. Quest log, well, this is where we need to make sure we are looking at the right quest. We don't want to be on guard. We don't want to do any training in the encampment at the moment. We've done that in the previous build. I was shite at it, so I don't want to do it again. So we'll take the tracking off that, but we want to be on the scent, because this is the big main quest that we'll try and complete. It won't be done just in today's video. I'll probably have to do a few videos on it, but I want to get it done because at the end there's a big battle between about 50 or 60 units on the screen at one go. It'll be pretty impressive, so I want to try and show that to you. So we will definitely try and complete that for you on this beta playthrough. As I say, it'll take a couple of videos to do it. So looking at the map, yes, so whoa, hang on a second, I didn't ask to go there. On the scent. So I need to try and ask people in the village about this, see if we can try and find out a little bit about Reek's in Game of Thrones. No, we're talking about Riki here. So let's see if this chap knows anything. Do you mind if I just borrow you a second? Chopping your wood for a minute. Riki.
Listen, I'm looking for a fellow they call Riki. Do you know him?
Riki? You mean Hinek, the courier's son?
Yes, maybe. Do you know where I might find him?
He's not usually around here. Try asking at his home. But be warned, the old courier is as crabby as they come.
You know this Hinek. Can you tell me something about him?
He's a bastard.
Oh yeah? In what way?
He's a scoundrel who keeps company with all sorts and gets up to devilry. Folk don't talk to him much.
What can you tell me about the old courier?
The apple never falls far from the tree. Hinek's a scoundrel and his father's a grouchy old bastard.
Is everyone bastards in this? I love it. We're all bastards.
Why do they call Hinek Riki, anyway?
Have you ever been in a tanning shop? If not, go there and you'll see for yourself. On the other hand, it might have something to do with his reputation, too.
Why has he got such a bad name?
Most of the neighbours stay well clear of him, because he goes around with the wrong people. A dubious pack they are. I wouldn't wonder if they were thieves or even murderers.
Don't tell me no one at all talks to him.
There's one bathhouse wench talks to him. A filthy harlot, of course.
Oh, yes.
And what's this harlot's name?
Just up my
Adela, I
street.
think.
Right then, let's talk to Adela. But where is that filthy lady? Come here. We need a little chat. Are you in here? The quest marker's suggesting you are. Oh, here you are. Give me one from behind. Oh God. Right. Ricky. See, hang on. That guy outside didn't know that Adal lived in the house just behind him. God almighty. Come on. Come on, lad.
I heard you've been seeing Hinnock the tanner.
So what? Come to preach to me, have you? That I'm a loose woman, a sinner? That I seduce decent men, huh?
Go for it.
God, no. Nothing like that. It's just that you're the only one in the village who sees Hinnock, so I came to ask you about him.
I've seen him often enough, but I don't know what I could tell you about him.
Where is he?
Where can I find Hinnock?
I haven't seen him in the village for a few days. He must have run off to the woods again.
Does he do that often?
From time to time.
What the hell does he get up to there?
I don't know.
Liar.
Look here. I'm a friend of Hinnock's and I really need to know where he is and what he's doing.
But I already told you I don't know where he is.
So I suppose he just goes to the woods to pick mushrooms, does he?
Mushrooms? No.
All right, so the
more
speech
like
skill of ours has
pears or
succeeded
other
there. Good.
So Hinnock is a poacher.
Good
That
job
doesn't
of selecting the
surprise me.
diplomat.
Well, he was never
That's my
one for
option,
an
I think.
honest trade.
Going to play
Do
into
you
my
know
favour.
exactly where he goes? Maybe he has some favourite spot he might have told you about.
He said he has some hideout in the woods, but he didn't tell me exactly where.
Okay.
When did you see him last?
A few days ago. He came to me late in the evening, drunk.
That was unusual?
I never saw him drink much. He always came here sober.
So he was acting strange that evening.
He was strange. I had the feeling he was afraid of something. He kept on prattling and wasn't interested in, well, you know what. So I threw him out and I haven't seen him since.
Can you remember anything he said that evening?
Hard to say. He went on about some Jacob who died. Then he was regretting he ever got into it, but he never said what it was. And that it wasn't worth it for the money. Aye, and then he was talking about the money. That was very odd.
What did he say about the money?
Sounds
Just that he
interesting.
had a pile of money hidden at
Ooh.
home behind the house.
Uh-huh. What did you say to that?
What could I say? He was drunk. He kept saying I was a fine girl and other harlots wouldn't go with him even for money. And if I wanted, I could even take half the money and leave. Or he'd go with me and we could get married and such. Just poppycock.
Right, okay. Thank you, Adela. I shall leave you to it. I'm just going to quickly turn the volume down a little bit in the music because it's quite loud. I want to make sure you guys can hear the dialogue. So hopefully that would have improved things. Okay then, right. So we've found out a little bit about Ricky or Hinnock. So let's have a look at our quest log on the scent. Ricky is probably hiding in his poacher's hideout. If I find the hideout, I'll find Ricky. Track him down. Okay, well we've got to go further into town and see if we can find out where the hell's your saddle. Have you lost your saddle, lad? What the hell's happened to that? So yeah, we're going to the town, see if we can speak to any other fine lady or gentleman. And see if they know about, or know whereabouts he is. Also, I think the protagonist, the guy who's playing Henry, I think his voice acting is a little bit bland at the moment. He needs a bit of life injected into him, I think, a little bit, maybe. So hopefully, again, that can be improved upon. I mean, this is all work in progress. You can see there, top right corner, work in progress. So maybe that is the case. Maybe they will improve his voice acting. Maybe they'll change it completely. I don't know. But something just isn't right with him at the moment, I feel. It's a little bit too bland for me. But all these things will... You know, this is the great thing about beta and alpha. That, you know, you're giving this... Or these guys have been given this game to the community to try out, to test out, to give their feedback back to the game designs, and that's great. That's what I love about these sort of titles, because it's designed, it's improved by passionate fans, and that can only help make the game better, can't it? Really. So this chap
Welcome
here.
to my shop.
Shopping. Let's have a quick shop before we chat to you. Oh, I like that helmet. Can I buy that? So how much gold have we got? We got 90, and it's going to cost us 5.2? Is that all? 5.2 gold? Wow, okay. Whoa! I thought the hell happened then. It just froze on me for a minute. Good God, where's he buggered off to? He's over there. I was thinking for a second, it bloody froze. Right, okay, go back to him.
To my shop.
Yeah, well, I was going to try and buy something for me, but before you went walkabouts. Right, we'll check. Well, yeah, we'll go for this. Well, we can haggle, can we? Let's hold X to haggle. This is good. I like this little mechanic. I discussed the price. Oh, we've got up on a reach new level in our speech, have we? So you want 5.2. I'm going to give you 4.7. Satisfied? Oh, come on. So he wants 5. I'll give you 4.8. Oh, okay, great. We got it for 4.8. Lovely stuff. Let's put it on our head. There we go. Right, so let's talk about Riki now. Let's get to the
Welcome to my
important stuff. Yeah, I like that. Very good. This is good because it makes me feel a bit more that you are going to start customizing your character. You feel you can get a bit more attached to them now because you can really sort of customize them a lot more now. You can make them your own. So I like that. It's getting more of a complete game in that aspect. Oh right, you can't tell me about. You can't tell me. Oh, I thought it was you we had to chat to. Is it you then? Hang on a second. Oh, maybe it's the dad. Maybe it's the father. I thought we had to chat to you. Can you get off your bloody horse? What the hell's going on? Oh, I'm just going to walk. Damn things wanting me to climb on the back of him. If you want to do a job, do it yourself by just walking there. So, yeah, I thought, as I say, we had to chat to that guy. Maybe we didn't. So, for some reason, I've been really hurt by the fact that I tried to mount my horse. So, God knows what's going on there. Okay, so the quest marker is telling me to go over here, probably to this farm. I think this is where Riki's father is. So, we'll have a little look in here. Hello there. How's your day going? We're doing better than mine. Glorious sunshine. Also, weather has been implemented into the beta now, so you can have like storms, cloudy days, glorious sunshine like this. Yeah, it's all being implemented, which is great. Okay then, matey. Riki.
I'm looking for a fellow they call Riki. Have you ever heard tell of him?
Why wouldn't I? That's what they call my son, Hinnick.
Uh-huh. You wouldn't happen to know where he is?
I don't know nothing.
Don't you know at least where he usually goes? It's quite important.
Hinnick shows up at home once in a blue moon, so I don't know nothing about where he gets to. Even if I did, why would I tell every Tom, Dick, and Harry?
Okay, well, we're going to try and go for our speech again. Seems to be playing well for us at the moment, so Hinnick is in trouble.
Your son is about to get into deep shit. I'm trying to find him so I can warn him.
That's nothing new. He's always up to his ears in it.
This time his neck is on the block. He got mixed up with some very unsavory people.
Oh, he means business now. Ooh. Oh, yes, we've done it.
All right. He was here a few days ago, but he
Is he
left
all
right
right?
away. He looked like he was.
What's up with him? He's had a stroke or
You
something?
don't know where he went.
I've got an idea.
I'm up here. I'm not at the ground, mate.
I don't follow you.
Hinnick
Oh,
makes
you're there.
some money
You're
on the
alive still.
side
Thank
from
God.
poaching. He boasted to me a few times about what a great hideout he found in the woods, but he never told me where it is.
All right.
Right, okay.
It's not much to go on, but it's better than nothing.
Poacher's hideouts. Have a quick chat about that.
Don't you have any clue where his
Anything,
hideout
yeah.
might be?
I really don't know nothing about that. I could tell when he'd come from there is all.
How's that?
'Cause every time he brought some hides for tanning and money.
He had money because he sold the stuff right away?
I suppose he never kept any of his loot here.
Do you know who he sold it to?
Well, I don't really know. But the innkeeper came here now and again and gave him money. Of course, it could have been for meat.
All right. I'll ask at the inn then.
Okay, could be then we have to go back to that inn chap again. The one we bought the helmet off. I need to know more.
What more do you know?
I don't know. I swear to God Almighty, I don't know. Hinnock never told me nothing.
Jesus, man, make an effort.
Bloody hell, start using your head or I'll never find Hinnock. How much time did he spend away? What was he wearing? How did he look when he came back?
I need to know now.
He came and went at various times. I really don't know. Except maybe one thing. He'd come home scratched with brambles and leaves and shit on him.
So he probably went through thick woods to get to that place.
Okay.
I reckon. What do I know?
Right. Anything else?
What more do you know?
Oh, no, you don't know anything else. Okay. Maybe that?
I know he didn't talk to you about it, but you must have noticed something, right? How much time did he spend away? What was he wearing? How did he look when he came back?
Oh, yeah, it's the same again.
So he probably went through...
I reckon.
Okay, dokie. Right, end the dialogue. Thank you very much, Ricky's dad. You've given me a lot of quite good information there. Hop over the fence. Oh, it's getting a little bit not as bright as it was early on in the day, so maybe the clouds starting to come. Change in the climate. So we're going back into the town. I think this is where we are going to have to chat to that fellow we were supposed to chat to before. So let's have a go. But yeah, the map apparently now is 25 times bigger than it was in the alpha, so a lot more area to explore and cover now than it was on the previous versions. I remember when the first alpha came out, it was just literally a town. That was it. It was tiny. But yeah, a lot bigger than that now. 25 times bigger. Or if not that, 25 times the actual map size it will be on the full game. Or 25% of what the full game's map will be, basically. I think. Either that or 25 times bigger. One of the two. Okay, chappy.
Welcome to my shop.
No. Sodgy's shop. I want to talk about Ricky.
I want to ask about the courier's son, Hinnock.
Then ask someone else. I have nothing to do with Riki. He'd only drive my customers away.
I heard a different story, though, that the two of you were doing business together.
Who are you, anyway?
A friend of Hinnock's. He's gone missing and I need to find him.
I don't know where he is, but if you find him, tell him he still owes me some goods.
Okay, so again, go for that speech skill we've got.
I don't give a damn what deals you've been doing together. I won't tell anyone, but I urgently need to know where Riki is.
What have our deals got to do with where he disappeared to?
More than you think. It's quite possible Riki is hiding out at his poaching lair. And believe me, it wasn't hard to find out who was buying game from him. And it's even easier to go to the castle and tell them.
All right,
Great.
all right.
Succeeded
Give
again.
me a word of honour you won't tell anyone about our deal.
You have my word.
Fine. So what do you want to know?
His hideout.
I hear Hinnock has a hideout in the woods he uses for hunting game. Do you know where it is?
I don't know exactly. That is, I don't know where it is at all.
But
God's sake.
What I happen to know, it's a dark place, a cave or an old mine shaft.
how do you know?
Whenever Riki was going poaching, he always came to me first for candles and lamp oil. He brought the game skinned and gutted, so he had to have light for that.
Okay. Where's there a mine shaft in the area?
And do you know the whereabouts of some mine shaft in the area?
I don't know. But a few months ago, the quarrymaster, Sir Rupert, was complaining over his ale here that Lord Divish had saddled him with a hell of a job. He had to check out all the old mine shafts in the area to see what state they were in.
I'll try asking him.
Good, okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We have got there in the end, haven't we? Yeah, I'll just check that.
How much game did he bring you?
Not much. A few pieces. There's no great demand here. Sometimes the gentry has something, otherwise it ends up in sausages.
Right, okay. Thank you very much, you have been most helpful. So yes, oh yes, I like the haze that's now appearing over the landscape. Beautiful. The midday sun beating down upon Talberg. Look at the water though. Oh, it's so good. So good. I do love the CryEngine. This is what the game is built on. CryEngine. It's very, very good. A lot of potential. A lot of great games that visually look brilliant. have been developed on CryEngine before. So we're going to go down here. This is the way towards the mine shaft, or the camp at least. Right, horsey. You still haven't got your bloody saddle. You are crap. Did I drop it or something? Maybe I dropped it in the you know, the character panel. I don't know. Not good. Anyway, let's get a bit of a gallop going here. Come on. Let's pick up the pace. There we go. Down the road we go. And oh, right. New area to explore. So yes, it's this chap here. This Robin Hood wannabe. Let's dismount. Have a quick chat to him. Are you one of the merry men, are you? Looking for a mine shaft.
I'm looking for a mine shaft around here, and I heard you know all about them.
Mine shaft? What for, lad? You surely don't expect to find any silver?
No, of course not. I'm here at the behest of Sir Rudzik and Sir Hanush. I suspect there's a certain outlaw hiding in the woods.
Aha! That's a different matter then. There's not many mine shafts left here. Most of them either collapsed or were filled in. But there's still one trial shaft left. That might interest you.
How do I find it?
Take the road to St. James's. On the way, you'll reach a stone bridge. A short way past the bridge, the stream cuts through the path again. At that point, you'll see a hillside on your right, and the shaft is in that hillside.
Right.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Just try
Right, your neck. Thank you. Right. And the dialogue. So looks like the quest marker has been updated. So let's head out of the camp over this little bridge here. Hello, sir. Right, let's go down this path here. Again, let's pick up the pace a little bit. Nice gentle gallop as we make our way towards, hopefully, the mine shaft. Oh, hello. You look like a coalman or something, don't you? Oh, you got your sword out. Bloody hell, I think you're going to attack me. Oh, Christ. Hang on, let me get my sword out. Right then. Oh, it's like that, is it? Okay then, boyo. So let's see how we do with this sword fighting. Let's hope our training in the previous build will pay off. Oh! Oh Christ, that wasn't a good start. Oh! Damn! That wasn't a good start. Right then, thankfully the game auto-saved just before I lost my life to the enemy. So hopefully this time, the second go can be a bit more successful, because that first attempt was pretty pathetic. So here we go, mate. Come on. Do you want a piece of me? Take you down, boy. Right, yes, better start. First shot to me. And another one. And a third. Oh, God, we're on fire this time. Oh. Yes. Overwhelm him. That's it. We've overwhelmed him. Go on, you know. Shit. Right, we don't need a bastard sword because we've got one. We'll take his boots. We'll take his mail. I don't want to take his hat because I'm happy with my own hat. We'll take his pauldrons as well. But what we can do here, I like this on the betas. We can grab the bodies now. We can pick them up. We can hide the evidence. No one needs to see what happened here. So we're going to move him across. I'm going to try and dump him in the river. And remove all trace of what happened here. Look at the water, the texture effects. What the hell's happened there? Did I fall over or something? What the oh God. Right, where is he? Oh, he's sort of in the water. Right, we got there eventually. God knows what happened. I must have slipped or something. Anyway, but before we go back on our steed, let's just customize the our layout. So I'll put the cumin mail on, put the pauldrons on, and the boots. And you know what we have there, guys? Quite an impressive looking chap. Yeah, he looks quite mean. I wouldn't like to take him on. No, just mount him. Don't whistle for him. He's right next to you. Right, okay, onwards. So the quest marker is saying, straight on. Follow the river until you get to the bridge. I shall meet you at the village of Bree. Gotta sound like Gandalf the Grey. Meet you at the prancing pony. Right, okay, so it's saying go off here. Oh, hello. Oh dear. You're just hanging around, are you? Oh, God. Right, we're not going to go that way, seems to be. Can I go in there? No. Oh, God, right. If in doubt, as I said to you early on, get off the horse, go through the tree, somehow, and just make your way on foot. And it reveals itself. And this is where I think Kingdom Come Deliverance really comes into its own, because look at the beauty of the forest. It's like you're there. You feel like you're in the woods, don't you? I can almost smell the bark. It's amazing. It really is. It's beautiful. Very, very good. Very good indeed. Game saved. Right, another auto save. Ah. Looks like it's the... Aha. I think we've found our little hideout. Yes, that's probably a good idea.
Jesus Christ, what am I to do? Not that I can expect any useful advice from you. Ugh, at least you have no more cares.
Need someone to talk to.
Fuck! Don't kill me! I can explain. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I've no one to tell anyway, just please, don't kill me.
I'm not planning to kill you.
You're not one of Runt's men?
No.
Then who are you?
Let's have a little chat, shall we?
I come in the name of Sir Rudzik Kobila and Sir Hanush of Leipa. I'm investigating the raid on the Neuhof stud farm.
I got no idea what you're on about.
Save your breath. If you want to have any chance to escape the gallows, you'd better come clean, all right?
Jesus Christ. This will never be over.
So?
All right.
That Neuhof raid.
I love this guy's voice when he gets pissed off. You better come clean, alright?
We was in it to grab some loot and bugger off. Only Runt's cutthroats was there to shed blood.
What do you mean, Runt's cutthroats?
There was two gangs there, mine and Runt's. We was only there to steal. They wanted to slaughter everyone.
But when you knew what they had in mind, you didn't have to go along with it, did you?
But we didn't know nothing. Even that we was going to Neuhof. They told us to keep watch on the courtyard while they was cutting the horses' throats. Jesus, that fucking vexed me. Them horses was the most valuable thing there. When I spoke up, though, Runt gave me such a bollocking I thought it was best to keep my mouth shut. And when they said we was gonna kill anything what moved, then we knew there was no going back.
Okay.
That gang of yours, what can you tell me about them?
I don't know what you want to know. There was 4 of us, me, Timmy, Limpy Lubosh, and Pius Pavel. Sometimes we'd rob a place or hold up pilgrims, never nothing fancy.
I'm sure you did mischief enough. Who led you?
Pius. He was the oldest, and he'd mostly find the jobs for us, plan them and the like. He got us into that fucking mess in Neuhof, too.
What about the others?
Timmy's thick as a fence post. Strong as an ox, but not a brain in his head. And Limpy, I've been with him the longest. He's my one and only friend, I suppose.
Who got your 2 gangs together? You must have made contact somehow, right?
Pius. He comes to us and says he's got this prime job. We're gonna rob a farm, he says. That was a big deal, because mostly we just did small stuff. A hold up on the road now and then. Nothing bigger. When they told us how much we could make on it, well, we just couldn't refuse.
So Pius knew them?
I suppose, but I don't know where from. We even got paid up front. I should have known from the start it was a bit fishy.
Where did the rest of your gang end up?
You saw Limpy, right?
Aye, but he's no use to me now. Tell me where I can find Pius or Timmy.
I don't know nothing about Pius. He vanished in the woods and I haven't seen him since. Timmy, I reckon, went back to the mill where he works.
Which mill?
The windmill, a bit north of Neuhof.
Right, okay. So we know where we need to go next then.
Did you know any of Runt's people?
Not a one. They didn't talk to us at all. And none of their faces was familiar either. The only thing I know is they called that huge chief of theirs Runt. And Pius warned us to watch out for him.
I don't suppose you know where they got to after the raid, do you?
On the way to Neuhof, Timmy told me he was at their camp with Pius. I reckon that's where they're at.
Did Timmy tell you where the camp is?
Somewhere in the woods. He didn't say nothing more. Thing is, Timmy's got quite an imagination, but Pius roared at him to shut it, so I reckon there must be something in it.
What happened after the raid?
We was waiting for that fool Timmy. Same place as we'd met him before, so he'd know where we was, right? Fucking bad idea. But Pius didn't want to leave him behind. Only when Timmy turned up after a while, two of Runt's men was dragging him.
There was some, difference of opinion.
Huh. They started on us right away that we was traitors. They knew we'd let somebody get away, and now we was gonna pay for it. They started surrounding us, and we knew it was coming. But Limpy took his bodkin and let that fucker have it in the belly.
Runt?
No, one of the others. Timmy broke free from them, and we all took to our heels. Luckily, they was so buggered from the raid they didn't follow us for long. They just shouted after us that they'd find us.
That's all I need to know. So now, what do I do with you?
Well...
Hello? What's going on now? Hey up.
Shut up, we'll hear you.
Shit. Runt's people. We gotta get out of here.
They're too close. We'll never outrun them.
Oh, fuck.
At least they don't know there are two of us. We can take them by surprise.
In a pig's eye. I'm out of here.
Look here. If you run, they'll kill you, and me too. Together we stand a better chance.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright. I suppose you're right.
Okay then, let's do this. We've got a fight on our hands. Okay, hopefully this time I won't suck as much as I did last time. Hang on, where those two guys gone? They've buggered off. They've left this guy to die on his own. Some bloody teammates they were. Right, hit him in the back. 2 on 1. There he goes, down and out. Okay then. Well, that was pretty bad. I can't believe those guys left him to die. We'll take his gauntlets. And that's all we'll take probably. We won't take the shield. I want to leave that. And let's go and try and track these little chaps down. I think they've stood here actually. Stood the ground actually, in fact. Let's try and see if we can get a cheap shot on the back of the head. Hey up. They're coming back for me. Right, run into the open ground again. Try and get Ricky to help me out here a bit. Come on, buddy. Stop admiring the view and let's have some sword fighting. Right, they're coming back. It's too late, mate. You've left your colleague, your comrade to die. He's dead, and you'll be soon joining him.
Can't you do any better than that?
I just started, mate. Give me a chance. Ricky, enough stretching. A little bit of fighting, please. Oh!
One more.
Better start. Better start. There you go. Cheap shot on the back of the neck. Oh, there we go. What an unfortunate way to fall down. Are you alright? Right, okay, well we've done it. We've taken all 3 of them completely out of the game. And let's have a good look at his body. I'll take the axe because it's got more damage than my bastard sword has. We'll take the couters, whatever they're pronounced. Chasseurs, we'll take them as well. And we should take... No, I think that's all we'll take. We don't need anything else really. So that was better. We you know, that was a stronger fight, wasn't it? You know. Oh. Oh dear, Ricky, what the hell's happened to you? He thought, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna die. I can't be arsed. Oh dear. May you rest in peace, Ricky. Dear Lord. Well, let's loot you. Have you got anything to give to me? Nothing. That was hilarious. He must have died from his injuries. Brilliant. Right, well that was, as I say, a much more successful fight. Let's have a quick look at our character panel. So we'll go for the axe now. We'll drop the bastard sword because, as I say, it's got a little bit more damage to it, the axe has. So we'll drop that. We don't want to be weighed down with all this stuff if we can avoid it. So put the gauntlets on. Yeah, linen shirt, we don't want that. No, we'll leave them on. Get rid of that, rid of that. Put them on, and that's it. We've got some bandages as well, so if we do bleed out like we did, you know, with that fight with the cumin earlier on, and we do suffer some blood loss, we can actually bandage ourselves up, which is quite good. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave the first part here. I say first part because I said to you earlier on at the beginning, I will be back. There will be a second part, or probably a third part to this playthrough. I want to complete this quest for you. I want to see what happens. I want to try and play out that big battle against Runt's men in the forest. Hopefully that will come in, I'd say, about 2 parts time, I should imagine. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one today. If you did, please drop your like. It's great to be back with Kingdom Come Deliverance. And link in the description. Remember, if you want to play this beta, go to the Kickstarter page and you can back the game right now. And you can get your hands on Kingdom Come Deliverance and start playing the beta like I am whenever you want to. But yeah, the Kickstarter page will get you signed up straight away. So yes, thank you as always, guys, for watching. But in the forest here in Bohemia, this is WarriorofSparta for now saying farewell.